Alrighty, we're back.
Pearl Jam.
Ball Hogs Radio.
Did you see the video of Chris Chelios, Eddie Vedder, and Kerry Wood all out at a karaoke bar in Chicago?
That'd be awesome.
That would be so cool.
But this karaoke bar is a live band karaoke bar.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Which was awesome. But could you imagine, like...
First of all, you got to be a talented live band.
But could you imagine when you just go out to those things and you're just like...
You give them the live band has a whole book this big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
do any song.
We can play any song in that whole entire 6-inch
Let's go to Joe's Karaoke House tonight.
Yeah.
And it's another...
You and your buddy just sitting there slamming some beers.
You're like, oh, that's funny.
It would remind me of your
that's
wedding.
Chris Chelios. Oh, that's Eddie Vedder.
It would remind me
if
of
we're
your
sitting
wedding.
down at
You had a live band karaoke at the end of the night.
Basically what would yes, exactly.
People took over the mic and the band kept playing.
If we're sitting down at Caddy's one Saturday and we're waiting for karaoke to start and all of a sudden these guys walk in, you'd go nuts. Would you go up and get their autograph?
Little story, because we got to be quick because we got
Straight
Tyler Nguyen.
You don't do anything. You freak out fanboy style.
Hey, Rio, Joe's Crab Shack, about 8 years ago, Blues Traveler played in Joe's Crab Shack on a Friday night.
Just rolled up
on a Thursday
or was
night.
it scheduled?
Mix 107 was broadcasting live from Rio Friday morning. Blues Travelers were their guests, so they were in the Marriott.
Yeah.
Didn't have anywhere to go Thursday night, so they went to Joe's Crab Shack. They were sitting in the corner. Buddy of mine that I was working with went over, approached Popper, John Popper, said, how many beers do we have to buy you to get on the mic? Because they had an acoustic guy playing inside. I'll go do it. Went up, jammed out 3 or 4 songs.
That's awesome.
Place was rocking.
That's so cool.
That's a cool story.
Place was rocking, so... All right, Tyler Nguyen. Tyler. Okay, so Tyler competed. So coming up at 8:35, Tyler from Rockville, I believe, won the contest from 106.7 The Fan to spend the day yesterday. I think golf 1 or 2 holes, have a chipping contest of some sort.
I didn't hear the 1 or 2 holes part. I heard it was just a chipping contest.
I thought it was a play. I thought he actually was playing with a hole.
I don't know if Tiger would even agree to have somebody play a hole with him.
Could you imagine playing a hole? If you thought you talked to yourself before on the golf course, your brain is going a million. Don't shake it. Don't shake it. Don't shake it.
I'll just putt.
So what?
Forget it.
So he spent the day with Tiger.
Wait,
I'm
so
assuming,
that's Tiger saying that?
So he spent
Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Tiger too.
It's a dig on Tiger.
my guess is that he spent at least 2 to 3 hours.
My guess is.
You think an hour?
My guess is 15 minutes
of pure alone time.
Not even alone time.
Just around him.
No chance alone time.
What would you want alone time?
I meant like maybe Tiger, him, and like 2 or 3 other guys.
My guess is 15 minutes.
Wow, you think they did this whole thing for 15 minutes? I think it was more than that.
For all those that have been to a golf course, you go and you kind of chip before you're around on a putting green. I think Tiger was out there doing that. He goes, yeah, hey, would you his commitment was 2 or 3 chips.
You hear about
you think it was that limited?
It was like EV. It was like EV talking about like how they had to interview Tiger.
They got like 3 minutes.
Tiger said they had between 2 to 3 minutes. You can't do anything. You can't do. Literally can do nothing in 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, I could see. You know what? You may be right. You may be right because Tiger's got a busy schedule of media requests and stuff like that. Could he spend a whole hour with this guy?
Bradley, you're being a little too nice right now.
Would he? Is a
Forget
question.
his schedule. Tiger does not want to, and what Tiger wants, Tiger gets.
He's not a nice guy.
Now, the jury may still be out about that in a general sense. He does do a lot of awful things, but his inner circle knows whether or not he's a nice guy.
Okay,
or not.
good
but
point.
There's no chance he's hanging out with Tyler Nguyen for an hour today. No chance. Yesterday,
you don't think
whenever.
so? Okay.
No.
Well, anyways,
chance.
Tyler had to fight to earn this opportunity. Okay, so he ended up having to go on a Saturday morning 2 weeks ago to 1757 in Dulles, and it was an open competition to people. 106.7 was promoting. It ended up being 75 people, and he'll tell some of this story here. He ended up nailing it.
So he's probably a good golfer.
He nailed it.
Tyler's probably not a shabby golfer.
Can't be, because you get 2 shots. You get 2 shots. So anyway, I think we have Tyler here now. Is that correct? Tyler, are you there?
Hey, Tyler's here on the call.
Tyler, you are live with Ball Hogs Radio. We appreciate you coming on.
Meets Tiger Woods. He talks in the third person.
I love it.
Yeah, Barry, my buddy, he asked me to call in, so I'm not sure how Barry related to you guys.
Barry's a good friend of mine, and
okay.
and he told me the story. Actually, even showed me the YouTube video.
That's so silly.
Yeah. So I said, and after yesterday, because you got the chance to actually meet Tiger yesterday, and then we want to jump into that and kind of hear a little bit. But before we do, for those listening at home, tell us, what did you do to have to earn the opportunity to spend the day with Tiger Woods?
Actually, Barry, he was listening to 106.7, The Fan or something.
Yep.
And he called in and he got pre-qualified for the contest over 1757 Golf Club over in Ashburn.
Sure.
So I don't live too far from there. So I woke up Saturday morning and said, hey, let me get out there and kind of give him some love and support.
Oh, so you weren't even going to golf? You were going to support?
No. I was there just to see how he's doing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and he came over and tell me like, hey Tyler, go sign up because they let you sign. So I signed up. And my number is 65, and I hit my two shot, and that's how I get there.
So how far out was the shot?
Oh, there was 75 yard, water on the left. And then slope from right to left, and there was a little ridge in front of the flag. So you have to hit the really high, high ball to get a stick on the green.
Okay.
And,
yeah, we unfortunately here in studio, none of us know how to actually hit the ball where we need it to go. So, but. So you ended up, how far away were you on your two shots?
Somebody already put like about 7 feet away from the hole, and my first shot was like 8 feet, which is pretty tight. If you hit from 75 yards, it was a pretty good shot.
That's a great shot.
And the second one, I think I put it 5 feet and 8 inches from the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you win that prize. Is there another qualifying round, or is it just, okay, you won, therefore you get to spend the day? Was there another round of qualification?
Whoever got closer to the pin and got to go to Congressional. That's it. That was it.
So was your excitement behind participating more to prove that you could do it, or are you a big Tiger fan and you really wanted to go and get a chance to?
Actually, I started playing golf because of Tiger. Tiger, he brought in a new.
Very cool.
A new generation of people get involved with the game of golf, and I was one of them. Even though I talk trash a little bit on 106.7, but he's my golfing hero, regardless.
So then kind of walk us through first when you get to Congressional, because if I'm not mistaken, you thought, or tell us what you thought was going to happen, and then actually how it went down right when you got there, even maybe before you got a chance to meet Tiger.
Actually, when we get there and we get to play a 3 hour golf, yesterday were media day, which is all the people in the media could get there and see how the course looked like. And it rained a lot in the morning, and it stopped and it drizzled and it started raining and all that stuff. And when we finished the round, and the people of Tiger Woods Foundation came and told us that the chipping contest was canceled. Now everybody should go upstairs and do the putting contest instead of chipping.
So what was the original agreement? Was it just to be able to chip with him, or was it to be able to play a hole or two?
Oh, actually, the original agreement is we have 10 people who qualify for the chipping contest going there, and Tiger Woods would be the first one to go. And then, each of us will have a certain number. I have number 4. So if I'm number 4, I'm the 4th one to go. And, Tiger would chip first. Whoever gets closer to the pin, the first 5 got to move forward, and the other 5, get eliminated. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 got in there.
Even if Tiger was not one of those guys, or was he just was it
no,
under the assumption that
everyone hit chip really tight their hole.
Gotcha.
So since it was rained out, you all and what was the second option? A putting contest upstairs in Congressional?
And then they changed their mind for the last minute. They said, the chipping contest was gone, so we walked back outside and started doing the chipping.
So all right. So give us how did the chipping contest go down? Did anyone actually did you score better than Tiger, or not score better, but hit it closer than Tiger?
If I'm not mistaken, I was the only one to get closer than Tiger. That's why
There it is. A ringer story to tell everybody that you're better at golf at Tiger Woods, at least from obviously the question then that's next on the list is what were the interactions like, not just with yourself, but how did he, what was he like for around everybody?
Actually, we have a great time because, when every contestant, when you walk up to the first chip shot, we all, shook hands with Tiger and say, hey, this is, my name is so-and-so, this is where I'm from. so on and so forth. My turn, when I went up there, I looked at Tyler, hey, my name is Tyler Nguyen, I'm from Centerville, and I'm going to take you down today. He was laughing.
He laughed. All right, you know. There you go.
No,
Cracked
he
a
laughed.
smile.
He looked at me. He said, how much you want to bet? I'm like, okay. All right, the joke stop over here. I can't mess around with Tiger, but he kept on getting pissed. I stopped.
Okay, so you chip it closer. Does Tiger then come over and congratulate you for getting it?
No, actually, the first hole, Tiger Woods, he chipped, and every one of us chipped in. And his was was the closest one to the pin. You know, but because the five that got to move forward, we close it to the pin, and we got to move to the second hole for chipping. All right, so and Tiger Woods chipped first, and everybody's like way out there. Some people are so nervous, they, you know.
Bladed the ball, yeah, okay.
Yep.
But
and then for me, I chip it right on the fence of the ball because you know how congressional green is so fast.
Sure.
Even though it was pretty wet yesterday, but the green is like, world-class type green. And my ball kept rolling, and when it passed Tiger's ball, man, I was screaming so hard. I looked over, I saw Tiger, and I gave him a high five. He was excited for me too. You know, that was the greatest feeling.
So
that's awesome.
Not to take away your accomplishment, but if you do get a chance, this once in a lifetime, literally chance to compete with Tiger Woods on the golf course, the only thing you can ask is that Tiger actually does the best that he can. So no question, right? He tried to make that chip, right?
Oh my God! Because of the pin. The second hole, the chipping, the pins stay the same, but where we hit the ball from, a little bit harder, right? Because you're chipping to the pin from 3 different locations to the same pin, but every location is a little bit different. The first one you have uphill kind of chips. The second one you hit it from on the side, and that would chip. He you know how he chipped the ball. He just hit over the ridge, and the ball one hop and it checked 2 feet from the hole.
So how long from beginning to end? We were having a discussion because Tiger's so scheduled. You know, he goes from one thing to the next. And how much time from beginning to end with Tiger did you all actually get?
Probably like a little bit more than an hour, I believe.
A little bit more than an hour? So was there any other fun interactions of Tiger? Did he kind of speak to the whole group at any point?
Yes, he did. And, he did. He got a microphone on this huge stick over there. He addressed everyone, and he kind of greet everyone, greet and meet, and say hello. And the guy nothing but a good sport about it. Yeah.
What's one thing, and I asked this in a very careful way, but anything about his appearance that jumps out? I mean, for somebody that maybe have not seen him in person, is he bigger, stronger, something like that really jumped out at you?
This is the second time I saw Tiger in real life. But when you see the guy on TV, when you look at him in real life, he's big, he's huge, man. Yeah, he's like bigger than life. He's one of the greatest golfer of all time, and when you look at him, you in awe of what he did, and in person, you got nervous. Everybody was, not only me, but everybody was nervous looking at him.
Tyler, are you a good golfer? What's your handicap, or were you just hitting the shots of your life for this?
Actually, I don't really have a official handicap. I use Yahoo Sport for my handicap keeping. So right now, I'm at 7.
Okay.
That's pretty good. To me, that's pretty good. Because I'm in about a 27, so 7's not bad.
Before we let you go, Tyler, you talked about how everybody was nervous. Does that mean that like everyone else that's met him, sort of, he has an aura about him? When he walks in a room, people get quiet. Is it? Obviously, you were outside, but I mean, is it that kind of thing that you noticed right away? No doubt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you see the person that with that much achievement in his life in terms of golfing and what he do for his foundation and all that, he's huge. No doubt about it. You got to give the guys respect. I don't care what people say how he's playing right now, but when you with Tiger Woods, you're with somebody else, somebody like his dad used to say is somebody really big out there.
Sure.
Somebody could influence the whole golfing community, whatever.
Well, Tyler, we want to thank you for joining the show, for calling in and sharing about your experience yesterday. Congratulations to you. I think that's...
Actually, I forgot to mention to you
go ahead.
The gamemanship that Tiger Woods put on me, But if you run out of time, it's okay.
No. Go ahead. You got something else? Go ahead.
Okay, so, the rule of the chipping contest is Tiger hit first and then everybody follow. It doesn't matter if you inside him or not.
Okay.
So I beat him in the second hole. And when I was on the last hole, which is the hardest hole to chip, and he changed the game plan. He came around and said, "Hey, Tyler, you go first." I said, "Why? But you're supposed to go first." He said, "No, you smoked me on the last hole. Now you go first." That's when I screw up.
See, always the mind games.
You know
with
what?
Tiger.
I like that. I
pretty
like
good.
that. I'm glad
I
you
would have been
shared
disappointed
that.
we missed that nugget.
Yes, that was good. You know what? Was it not even a question on that last shot? Did you just kind of bladed it?
No, I hit. I mean, I chipped it, but the thing, my mindset walking there is, let's see how Tiger was doing, and I would do that. I'd kind of, wait and react. But he's like, he turned around, he put 2 balls on the ground. I said, "No, Tyler, you go first. You smoked me on the last hole. You get the, the honor to chip first." And I'm like, all my thought, all my preparation, it just went out the window. I'm like,
now, last thing, I would envision during that type of moment and him letting you go first and switching the game plan and then him beating you, that he'd give you one of those Tiger Woods kind of smirks, like a little wink, like, got you. Like, don't mess with me.
Remember, I'm still Tiger Woods.
Remember, I'm
because
Tiger Woods.
On the first hole, when he tipped close to the pin, he said, "Yeah, I already won." That's how Tiger was. Yep.
So no reactions on that last hole?
I mean, I worry about myself. I didn't really look at him, though.
All right, fair enough.
But the guy's a good sport. I mean,
Good.
Yep, I have nothing but good thing about Tiger.
All right, Tyler, we
Go for it.
appreciate it. Congratulations to you. I'm sure it was a great experience, one that you'll remember forever, and we appreciate you coming on.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
No
All
problem.
Right, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's literally, it's not every day.
3 holes they chip.
It's not every day. It's not whole. I mean, it's like it's the same green.
Oh, yeah,
It's
well.
just different.
But an hour, that's not bad.
The hour part surprised me. I
Yeah.
thought it was a little bit quicker. And it's not every day that you get to talk to somebody that went head to head with Tiger Woods.
Well, and then he jokes around with you, like. But in my mind, I was already decided that he was going to be disengaged about the whole thing. Like, I thought Tyler was going to say.
Okay, I was about to say he's not a monster. In many ways, he probably is, but he's not. This is a.
He's still a guy.
This was something that was set up, and he knows he has fans. He's
Sure.
But
And he knows those 10 players earned.
yeah.
He knows that they
Yeah.
didn't just show up. That they had to go through a process, like a selection process, and earn it.
Which I never
You take
liked.
that into consideration too.
I never like when a contest is necessarily based on your skill at something, because there are many people like me who I'm assuming would like to meet Tiger Woods, maybe even more than a
Yeah.
guy like Tyler.
But they can't.
But he cannot. But like you probably even brought it up, I can't get the ball to go straight, much
No.
less put it where I want, 75 yards.
Like Wilkes isn't winning that contest.
No, there are guys like me hitting it 20 feet to the left, wasting his time.
That's not wasting his time. He'll love that.
I wouldn't even do it. I'd freak out. I'd probably pee myself on the tee.
I would literally. I hope my club would be like shaking uncontrollably.
You know when
I'd be
you're
so
when you're
nervous.
chipping and you hit the ground way behind the ball and you got.
Oh yeah.
I definitely would have.
You know what's funny is I
plenty of
actually
dutajas.
think we had a conversation not too long ago, either on the air or where we talked about being starstruck about sports guys and sometimes being in the show, something that, that's sort of gone away. But we're kind of all in agreement that if we met Tiger, we're pretty nervous,
Well,
right?
there's certain guys.
I'm very nervous if I meet Tiger.
Well, we talked. And you talked to EB about do you people.
That's what it was. It was talking to EB
talked to
about
EB,
it.
said
I
he's
even think EB was nervous yesterday.
He admitted he was. He said he was
Oh.
absolutely nervous. Yeah.
Tiger
He
Woods
wasn't his natural self yesterday.
Tiger Woods is at a level that's not
Like a 1% of the population level.
He's past. He's even above that.
I remember
There's like rich people, and then there's like Bill Gates, rich people. Tiger Woods, like an athlete above all.
I'll never forget this. It was the Thursday of the first AT&T National, and I ended up going to the tournament with a buddy of ours, and we're sitting at like hole 5. We were trying to game plan how we were going to attack the day. Do we follow Tiger? Do we sit and post up? So we posted up at the tee box at 5, and I think it was like 30 minutes before he was actually going to tee off. So in essence, it'd be like 2.5 hours before he'd get to hole 5. I'll never forget. I could feel Tiger coming. That like hole by hole, literally. I could feel the crowd. I could feel the energy. You knew, you could hear it. It was the craziest thing. And like I started getting goosebumps like when he started approaching hole 5. I was like, he's coming. He's almost here. And then the best thing ever happened. Want me to continue?
Yeah. Go.
Okay,
Like
so
that,
let's move on.
No, he gets to hole 5. It starts pouring down rain. The official says we're going to hold golf, and before we may have to make a judgment. So he's sitting there with an umbrella. He's not really talking at this point. They blow the horn. He goes in the trailer right there. Granted, we're sitting there. We stayed and we just got soaked. But then they come back and they stand at the tee box for about 15 minutes while all the golfers and everyone gets back out before they blow the horn. And they literally are just forced to talk to everybody because they're at this little tee box for 15 minutes. When we were like, everyone's been following him, chasing him. We picked this hole randomly. All of a sudden, we get 20 minutes of Tiger literally from where you and I are. Mm-hmm. It was great. And he was chatting it up. He was eating a sandwich, interacting with the crowd.
I can't say that I have
Pretty
a
cool.
similar experience, but I did get to go, and I did get slightly more access because I know somebody who works for the Tiger Woods Foundation. The Tiger, I didn't have that kind of interaction with Tiger, but but I don't know if it's similar to you about the one takeaway that you took from that, besides that Tiger was genuine. Is there anything else that jumped out at you? Because I want to see if it's the same thing.
It's really, I think it would just be my awe of him, where like I was like staring at him, like I was watching like how he was standing every
by my short interaction.
He's much stronger too.
By my short interaction with him and his caddy, Stevie is scum of the absolute earth. He was the
Stevie Williams.
Stevie Williams. He was absolutely the worst human being I could ever imagine in the 10-minute interaction. Just what he would say to people, the way he would treat people, the way he would look at people. It was awful. I mean, the only examples were you kind of had to be there to just sort of. I mean,
well, that's not an example.
Like he was treating people like he was on Tiger Woods' level.
I can't show you the looks that he gave people. The cameras he would turn and he would literally threaten people. Right there. I mean, I understand
was this
that's his job.
This was during golf?
During the tournament, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I got a newfound.
He was probably paid to be a jerk.
But he's like a bodyguard / caddy.
What I've heard
Didn't like that.
What I've heard is that he's like that because
Tiger would fire him if he's not.
Because Tiger is in reality a lot like that, but he can't be like that. You see how he is, and he's trying to be. You see how Tiger is, and he's trying to behave.
Yeah.
If he wasn't trying to behave. Imagine how epic of an asshole Tiger Woods would be.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like if you were...
He's doing his dirty work for him, Stevie.
Sure. It's kind of like if a wife was ever married to like an abusive husband. Like they're all cautious and overprotective. Like, no. Don't make that noise. Don't make that more. It's 12 o'clock at night. Don't make that noise. Stop making that noise. We don't want to wake the beast up.
Except that's not what Stevie Williams would do. Stevie Williams would look at you, curse you out, and say, "Get him the F out of here immediately."
Wow.
With the worst venom ever.
For doing what?
Camera pictures
that's
before
illegal.
he went
that's
on.
Illegal.
Okay, so I'm not saying Stevie Williams did anything. I'm
saying Stevie Williams.
Just say that's my one takeaway. That was my one takeaway.
I'll say this about Stevie.
I'll say this an awful human being.
I'll say this about Stevie Williams. Takeaway. I've never heard anyone ever say a positive thing about Stevie Williams.
How about that?
Never. In all the stories I've heard about him, no one's ever said he's just misunderstood. Yeah. Everyone's like, no. He's an asshole, and then he gets
kind of like a Simon Cowell.
But then he gets off Tiger Woods' bag.
They're both British.
But then Tiger Woods gives this guy everything in the world. He gets off Tiger's bag and then dogs him. So maybe probably what Kevin said. He's probably just a giant a-hole.
Well,
I think so.
So what do you think? Pretty cool for Tyler, huh?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, how long?
And there was actually more interaction between Tiger and him than
when I wasn't
sure.
I actually wrote a post not too long ago, and you dogged me because I thought it was so cool that an Army lieutenant got to play golf with Tiger. But now you think it's cool that somebody got to chip with him. But we won't go there. But
yours was last call.
But I said if there was any sport that you'd want to actually get to play that sport with your hero, with the best, golf's kind of up there. I mean,
one-on-one hoops.
What do you want to shoot jumpers with LeBron?
No, you know why? Because
that's not fair.
No, golf gives you the ability to actually talk to them, which a lot of other sports don't allow you to do.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to take batting practice with pool holes? I mean,
that's actually good. Once again, another
playing catch
hypothetical because if you're, I would love to be on the net hitting batting cage with like Mark McGwire when he was at his peak.
You wouldn't want
that was my favorite player.
Facing Strasburg. That'd be pretty fun.
No. But no, if you were a pitcher and you could pitch with Strasburg.
What if it was 7-on-7? What if it was 7-on-7 and you could run routes with Peyton Manning? Would that be worth the sore hands you'd get afterwards?
We should put out
all in on that.
You know what? Playing horse with your favorite basketball player, maybe not one-on-one, because they clearly cream you.
See,
Well, that's why with
horse
Tiger,
are just shooting around.
I mean, he didn't play him
because you want
one-on-one.
something where
Horsing around, if you will.
you want something not only where you're playing with them.
See what you did there, and I did not like it.
You're not only playing with them, but you have a chance to interact with them as like a person. Because golf allows you to talk to them.
But you're also playing.
Basketball.
You're also playing the course and not the player.
That's true.
Even the individual sport, you don't want to play tennis with Djokovic. Okay, that's literally. Here's another pun. That's a joke. But if you were to, if you were to play basketball, yeah, you obviously don't play one-on-one. If you play horse with LeBron,
now
maybe
potentially. But you
know
know what? I give the credit to. I actually put the nod to golf now, because golf is so much of a teaching game. I would love to hear how he approaches.
Of course, I agree.
Like I would like to see him explain the read of a green to me and how he's going to attack this putt. Basketball, LeBron's not going to tell me like my elbow's in. I need to release my wrist, like hold the ball. Like
you've seen Tiger's putting recently.
Well,
you want this guy reading greens for you?
I've seen your putting recently. I think you should listen to his reading of the greens.
That's not true. You haven't seen my putting. I haven't played golf in 2 years.
Well, so I saw you in your prime. Anyways,
unfortunately, yes, you did.
Last call coming up after the break. Kevin's got a whole flurry of topics. You like that? Flurry?
Marc-Andre Fleury of topics.
Flurry of topics to go over. Last call coming up after the break.